Alright guys, we have a thing called Kijiji, which is like Craigslist, and my wife saw these last night and she said, Bruce, there's 2 free lawnmowers on Kijiji. So we replied and I drove over there as fast as I could, because with the changing economy around here, 5 years ago these were everywhere, and now it's really hard to find a reasonably good free lawnmower. So now that one looks rough, but it's not. And then these little green weed eaters are actually not a bad little mower, except they have the overhead brakes right there. But it'll clean up and it'll run, I hope. So let's just get them out of the truck, down the ramps. Truck. I like this mower. It's like a high rear wheel, eh? Or I like this lawnmower. Okay, come with me. Walk this way. So before we power wash them, we're just going to see what we've got. Be back in just a second. Okay, right here I got a little gas sucker, and it actually is kind of handy. It's a little hard to use on oil, but on gas it's quite good. Let me just block that corner up a little bit. Get it all out of there. That's pretty well it. Good. All right, my friends, let's just try a little primer. I think the gas goes in there. Oops. So that should fire. If it fires, then we can go to step 2. Alright. Oh, we'll see if we can keep it running for longer than a second. That's the fun part. Okay, we don't want this to get sucked in, but... oh, I need a clamp. My last mower, I took the brake off. Now we're just going to see, I'll put some gas in it if it'll stay running. It might have been just the tiniest of clogs. And that's my complaint about the newer machines is, yes, they're more environmentally friendly, but in 2 years they end up in the dump or in the landfill, and that's not environmentally friendly because it took a lot of pollution to make one of these. Okay, that's my Rant. This is clean fuel, not the dirty fuel we took out, right? We might even be able to do it with the primer button. I don't know. We'll just tease it a little bit with this. I bet you it stays going. So now, a disreputable lawnmower flipper would probably sell that the way it is, but it's still missing a little bit, and it needs an oil change. It needs a new air filter, or a clean air filter. Those foam ones are nice, you can clean them. And it just needs some love. So now, let's see if the other one fires. Alright, I am disconnecting the brake cable. We're going to get it right off of there because it's really no good the way it is. Excuse me. This clamp is holding this on here. This is an old trick, eh? I don't like it. I've used it a few times. Oh, it's taped as well. Man. Ah, I see what's happened. Let me put you down. I'm whapping you all over the place here. So this is what we're trying to get off right here. Eh? And there we go. And the little stud little plastic stud that holds this together has come off of there. Good. Now, we might be able to save this cable. No, it's got a broken wire on it. So now I'm just going to get a piece of string or a tie wrap and lock this bail open down over here. Be right back. Yeah, now it should run, or attempt to. So now when we pour a little bit of gas down the carburetor, it should, if it has a good coil and good compression and all that stuff, it should fire up just like the other one did. Okay, are you ready? That should fire. Hooray! Now the blade's a little bit out of balance. You'll see the mower's moved to the left. So they both run, but they need carburetor work. The green one is pretty good, and this one, I'm assuming, although I haven't put gas in it, I'm really thinking that, well, let's try a little bit of fuel. I think that it might need a diaphragm set. That tank's rusty too, so it's going to take a little more yet. But not too much more. So that's a good first round. I'm going to put things back together because it's going to be a week or two before I can actually get at this. Okay, those are two good mowers. Alright, I was having a quick look at the second lawnmower's cable, and it just snapped off with rust. But, my friends, you know, when I picked up that lawnmower, I said to the gentleman that was giving them away, he had two. Obviously the first one died and then the second one died, and he likes Briggs and Stratton because they're both the similar make, not similar engine. And I said to him, you know, I fix lawnmowers, I have a YouTube channel, you know, and not once did he say, can you have a look or whatever, you know. So I guess the economy's not that bad yet. I thought, you know, in our province here in Alberta that things were bad, and it's hurting out there. There's a lot of people hurting, but anyway, throwing away two perfectly good lawnmowers. One started right after I primed it with priming fuel, which is just two-stroke gas, right? And then the other one, I just took the carburetor off and squirted some gas in it, and that just tells me it needs a carb clean. Maybe a diaphragm. Those are called a Pulsa Prime, Briggs Pulsa Prime, and they just need a diaphragm. So anyway, thank you for your time, and we'll get back to these as soon as I can. Thank you. Lights. Camera. Action. All right. This is the cable that came off the Briggs and Stratton mower, and I'm just trying to get everything kind of operational before I power wash it, as long as I don't get too icky. Icky? That's a good word, eh? So this one's no good. The cable was totally frozen inside. It broke off. That's the cable, but I keep them because you might be able to use the ends or whatever. It's part of my frugality. So I went through my box of cables, and this was the closest one I could come up with. It's about 6 inches longer than the old one on the conduit side, but the big thing is about, I don't know how much I need on the exposed wire or the cable side. They call this the cable. It works. So I'm just going to try this one that's a little tiny bit longer. We might have to just rig it with some tie wraps or something. So walk this way. We'll take you to the chair. Where are we? On what side? We're working over here. Alright. So now we need side cutters. We need pliers. We need something to needle on. Needle on me. So I had this tie wrapped back just so I could test it. I think that spring attaches to, okay, let's give you a little look here. This spring attaches right there. It would need light. Where are we? Right there. This spring attaches to that hook right there. Spring hook. So I'm just going to try it with a pair of pliers without breaking my face. There we go. Should be able to. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. So now, are you getting any of that? Nope. Okay, I'm bringing it through that hole there. And then we're going to hook it up to there. Bring it through this hole. And we connect it up. My goodness. Got me spitting all over the place. Okay. There. Holy. All right. Now we're going to travel up. Okay. I'm gonna have to wipe my camera down after I'm done here. So we'll put this into here like that. And then plug that into there. And that should do that. Good, let me just oil that right there. Good. All right, everything's here to make a working mower. There's a little zippity-doo-dah in the cable, but sometimes they cross over to the other side, right? So let's just see now. Down there. See that? Isn't that beautiful? And then up here, oh, ho, ho. So the whole key is how much cable. Down there there's about 1 inch, and up here there's about 4.5 inches, 5 inches. So on this one it's a 6-inch deal. Now I can power wash them. Alright, let's just see if we actually have liftoff here. And I've discovered if you use these just for gas, they dry out, but with a little bit of two-stroke oil, they just work great for a primer. Let's see if we got some fire. Come on. Yep. Good enough for me. For now. Put this air filter back on and we're going to give it a wash. How bad is this? Not bad. Looks like somebody oiled it. I don't oil mine. And my old lawnmower was 27 years old and I sold it running. But I'm not an expert. Thanks, guys. All right, here's the little 4-horse Briggs, and I'm going to power wash it. I've got everything on it operational, and we'll get going in just a second. And here's the cute little, what is it? Weed eater. That's a good name, eh? Just like the weed eater weed whackers. I'm going to power wash it right now. Stand by, baby. I know the lighting's not quite as good when I shoot from inside the shop. Lights. Camera. Action. Okay. Well, I'm going to work on a little weed eater today. Wash the label off. And, runs, but it doesn't run great. I'll just give you the quick demo on that. I don't know if you'll be able to hear the miss on the mic or not.